subscribe to Senator Doug Whitsitt's info email that he sends out periodically, about once a week, I think. But to me, they're extremely enlightening. He's from Klamath Falls, so he's not anywhere near our district, but he's very insightful in a lot that goes on. And he sent one today, or yesterday, that I made some copies of it to pass around. Keep it if you want. But and it has to do with the emergency clause that you find in bills. I didn't know anything about this. I never knew why they did that. But when you read this, it will make you crazy.
Do it to screw us harder.
I found that fascinating in analyzing bills. A lot of them have that. And when you get looking at this bill, and I'm looking at it going, I see no emergency. What, you know?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, it's to cut you out of the process. Is why they do it.
Yeah.
It's infuriating. Again, the more you know, the madder you get.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
the whole purpose, the thing he says here in a nutshell, what he's saying. Him too.
Okay.
Thank you. The purpose of it is all bills are supposed to go into effect 91 days after they're signed. They go into law. And, okay, I've got a few extras here if you want. And unless it says establishes an emergency, okay, they invoke the emergency clause, then it goes into effect as soon as it's signed. When, during that 90 days, the public has an opportunity to go get signatures on petitions, to put the bill before the public. And when they get the signatures and it's clear, what this explains is that the law goes back to being a bill until it's voted on. Okay? So if they don't want the public to vote on it, they declare an emergency. Okay? So, and it's much tougher to get rid of a law than it is to stop a bill. Okay? So that's why I printed those out, so that you guys could read in detail what he has to say, because he said it way better than I did. I also I made a few copies of Donna Bueller, I think her name was, put these together. These are some of the bills that are going around the legislature. To give you some idea of what needs to be done. So I only made about 5 copies of these, so just to give you an idea of what's going on. And it looks like I gave most of them to those guys.
I'll ask them for an email. Oh, that's okay.
Then this was a letter from that Jeannie Mason, who was chair before me, that she sent to Lane County. I asked Jeff about it to see if it made any sense, but I thought you might find it interesting. I'll just read it to you. I talked to a lady in planning on Thursday, April 12th, about doing some work in a riparian overlay zone. I would like to verify that I understand the county's procedures. I asked the lady, sorry, didn't get her name, who returned my call, what I would need if I wanted to remove some blackberries and non-native vegetation within a riparian overlay zone. I was told I would need a riparian declaration, which cost $621.
Nice.
After someone from Lane County came on site, reviewed and approved the plans, I could proceed after getting a riparian modification permit, which would cost $2,660. Yeah, is that correct? She referred me to Lane County Code 16.253. She also said that any vegetation removal would require the above procedure. mean, this, I was under the code overlay, riparian code overlay, in Lane County, but you're not sure they have, are you, Joe? Okay.
Apply the mowing law.
Well, that's what we've always been saying. You'd have to get a permit to mow your, they're saying that
Gas powered.
things you've always been doing are grandfathered in.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
But,
Always been pulling
Well,
out
they said
blackberries.
do
before
it till they
one of
wanna
our
hit you or
meetings
something.
that we can get rid of the blackberries.
yeah, I know.
And I know somebody who has a very good,
But are they saying that you can do it and not mentioning that it's gonna cost you $3,200 to do it?
I'm saying
mean-
that I'm going to do it and it's not gonna cost me anything.
All right.
Except
the
to buy the
program
stuff
that
to do.
The program they have come up with is actually not bad in that it leaves the homeowner, landowner, with some dignity, that they can take care of their own property and they can follow directions, you know. And they don't have to go spend $3,200 to get permission to do it. The problem is, they don't have data on what the condition of the rivers are now, and streams and wetlands and so on. They don't have any kind of.
They do on Woods Creek Road.
Yeah,
I enjoyed your report on the meeting last week,
yeah,
and the problem I'm having with it is that the DEQ gets to overrule
Yes.
the voluntary part based on their own measurements.
yes,
So it's kind of like the fox.
yes, it's catch-22, yes, exactly.
I think we need to get some external measurement process
Well, that's what we
they
were
don't
talking,
have control over.
that's what we were talking to them in the meetings, was, first of all, haven't got data to show us that there is a problem. Second of all, they don't have data to show us that what their solution to the supposed problem will even work. And they don't have any plans to take data to see that they're actually improving it.
And if they did, I'm sure they can slew it, so. that they-
Oh, yeah. And all they're gonna do is they're gonna borrow other people's studies, this LiDAR, radar thing that measures the foliage levels. They're gonna borrow other entities' data that they've taken and have used for their purposes and then put on the shelf, you know, for historical. And then they're gonna borrow that, gather the data from that, and determine, is the canopy staying in place? If it is, great. If not, we're gonna go to a regulatory system where it costs you $3,200 to get rid of your blackberries. So, that's what Wednesday was all about. What's that?
Are they paying for that LiDAR data?
No, that's the point. They don't have it budgeted in, so they're gonna borrow the data that somebody else takes.
Which also means that they don't get a consistent date.
That's right, yeah, they don't get to choose.
Oh, I understand perfectly.
Yeah, they don't get to choose it.
That's what she
They will
wants.
tell you that they have done studies. Studies are not data. Studies are computer programs, computer models. Well, okay, but if you go out and gather data, you can study the data, but they don't have the data to study. They run computer models. They have one set of data that they've taken that was from like 12 years ago, something like that. And they have since taken another set that's newer. Okay, that's it. That's all the data they have, and they won't show it to you. So, we don't need that, because we've done the computer models. Okay. What else? Oh. I gotta pass this around, folks. Jeff, these are the baby wipes. Okay, it's because we're cleaning up a mess.
You need a bigger box.
Yeah, yeah, if we start filling it up.
Yeah.
So, I think that's about covered everything for tonight. So I want to thank you for coming, and we'll call this meeting closed.